get into the video.
Squished a boy. Before I start, let me just say a few things.
I have multiple guys, which you also get, and each guy will have certain things. And so, just so you know, each separate guy doesn't do anything different from the other people. So, say like this guy right here, the hunter and the adventurer, they don't do anything different from each other in different ways. It's basically a way to prestige without having to lose all your progress. You can just switch between your guys, but you restart with all of the new attack dice. So a lot of that will make a lot more sense once this video is finished, but that is just a little bit just before I start. Okay, so let us begin. So as you can see, this here is a village. So when you begin the game, a lot of these buildings will be broken down, and one of your goals is to build them back up. That'll unlock things like items, which are incredibly important, along with these 4 things like the phoenix feathers, the monster catcher, and the building materials. You'll want to use all of those throughout the game, and once you play more and more and more, it'll all make more sense. So when it comes to the main part of the game, which is battling. So when you're playing like normal, right here we're going to use the ninja. So we'll go to the very first level. So we're going to come up here. Okay, so right here you can get some items like this. This one gives you XP boosts, so you get more XP per game, and it gives you more and more for each one that you upgrade. So you can get it once, twice, 3 times, alright? So that's good to remember. Monster Catcher, that makes it so that if you go into a game and use it, in fact I will, just for you guys, when you use it, you upgrade it right here, and you can make it so that you can overroll and still catch monsters, which hopefully I'll be able to show you guys how that works in this little level. Right here, I won't get this as an XP focus, so if you have multiple guys in your party, once again, you'll understand that in a minute, then you will be able to go and all the XP that's gathered will all go to one single guy. It just depends. And finally, the XP shield, basically, if one of your guys die, he still gets the XP. So, now we're going to go start a game. Here we go. Okay, so the goal of this game is to get through all the monsters. Normally, there's 3 to 4 levels, and beat the boss after that. So, as you can see, there's a dice right here down in the bottom left. You click on it. Oh, and I got a 1. Hey, that's the perfect thing. Okay, so 1s are rolled, or if you roll a 1, it's a missed attack. It just depends. So, go again. As you can see, I got attack 6 right there above the dice. So, that's just going to be how much damage it'll do. So, I'll go again. Got a 1, so it doesn't count. So, at any point that you want to, you can go and click end turn, and it will do that damage. So, say I got a 5 and I want to be done there, boom, that's 5 damage on the guy. Not very much, but yeah. So now we're gonna, oh man, this is just working out perfectly, guys. This is amazing. Okay, so as you can see above this guy's head, it says subdue. The only way you can subdue a guy is if your attack is exactly the same as the amount of life they have left. So as you can see, he has 4 life left, and down here on the bottom left, I have attack 4, which means I can subdue him. So subdue him, and now you've captured the guys. I'll give more on that in just a few minutes. So now we're going to kind of continue on. I'll speed this part up right here, and we're just going to keep going. Okay, so now, before we speed it up, there's also this thing. So you'll see what I'm talking about in just a minute, but once your storage slots for your monsters are full, then you can still capture the monsters, but you don't get the actual monster. You don't get a chance to keep it. You just get the DNA for it, which you can use to upgrade monsters later. Once again, we're going to talk about all this stuff. It'll make a lot of sense. So it just gives you a reward for it. So now, here's the boss. Okay, so yeah, go figure. Not everything's perfect. So as you can notice, this guy has 298 health. I'm going to skip through with this part. Okay, he just killed me. And what you do is this thing is called a phoenix up. So you notice before I told you about buying things in the shop or down in the bottom right before you go to battle. Well, these phoenix ups, they give you life. So you revive him. See that now he's got 235. And also you'll notice something else. So on the left side of my screen, you'll notice that there's those little dice that pop up every single time that I go and click on my dice. So watch. See 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So the first 4 will just give you 1 coin, and then the 5th one will give you 5. You can roll as many times as you want, and each time, as you can see, it just keeps going up. So just continuing on, still doing this battle, and I'm sure you guys are sitting here thinking, this is the game, really? This sucks. No, it gets better. This is just the beginning. Okay, So right there, I defeated him, and it drops some coins for me to take. Now I'm in the Hall of Loot. So you can do this thing right here in the middle. It says destroy inferior crate. You click on that, and it costs a certain amount of gold to get. So each one, of course, you're going to have awesome stuff, and then you're going to have absolute crap. And so you can destroy the inferior crate to get the stuff that's completely worthless, and it tells you how much it's going to cost up here in the top left. So right now it's 30, 40, etc., etc. Okay, so now we're going to go click one of these chests. We're going to do the third one. Alrighty, sweet. So we got an item. Right there, you see it said the Resident Eye was captured. That's that monster that I captured right at the very beginning. So now you're going to keep going. Okay, this is like one of the main parts of the game, is getting new dice. So the way to get new dice is you go, and as you level up further and further, you'll notice this guy has tons because he's level 53. This guy's level 13, so he's got quite a few. You unlock newer and newer dice. And so what you want to do is you want to upgrade your guy as far as you can, and then you get more chances to unlock new dice. So I'll show you how you get new dice. And so what you want to do is you go over here and you click. It'll cost you a certain amount of money. In fact, I can show you that really fast. Right there, maybe. Yep, see that? You see how that guy's got that little thing right there? You click on there. It says right, whatever. You collect dice plans or whatever it says. Then you buy it for 100 coins or 200, 340. And then what you do after that, and I'll do it with a guy that'll actually matter because I don't want to, waste money. So you go over and you click on it. Okay. Now this is another very important part, and this will bring us up to a whole lot of other things. So you notice it says build 2 times attack dice. So there's tons of different type of dice. You've got your normal attack dice, like the white one, double attack, that's another one. Come over here, we're going to click build, 2 times attack dice. You notice there's common and rare dice shards, and I'll once again tell you about that. You click confirm build new dice, and magical. Okay, and then you can go put it in there. See, okay, now you've got a lot more of an easy chance to get better stuff, so that's really nice. The way that you get dice shards is you can find them just playing in battle or whatever. You're just playing a game and it'll bing, you got a dice. Or you can get these things. So these are called uncut dice. They're very rare, very hard to get, but they're also very valuable. So we'll just do one for now. You click plus or minus depending. The more you do, the better chance you get of getting anything other than a common. And then, same thing with less. So we'll just do one, and then you click smash. So of course, go figure, 96% chance or whatever it was. Yeah, I'm going to get common. So that's how you get those. Also, with those dice, say like in my case, as you can tell, I've got a lot of dice shards. You can use them for these types of things. You can go and you confirm, bing, bang, boom. Okay, now I've got another one. Bing, bang, boom. Huzzah. Okay. So that's just another thing that's pretty important. So along with that, there are different types of dice. You've got your common ones. Basically, every guy will use a common. You got your rare ones, which are kind of the same thing. Fire, only guys who use fire attacks will be able to use those ones. So as you can see, this guy has fire attacks on all of his things. Any of these that you do that are attack dice, you'll see 2 fire, 1 of each. It just depends. So it's the same way. So if it's a water guy, he's going to almost definitely have water. If it's a forest guy, he's almost definitely going to have forest. If he's a health guy, there's not really specifically a health guy. It just depends who you're using. And then you have ultra dice. So ultra dice are by far the best ones you can get. They can be used for any one of these. So those are very rare. You never, in my opinion, want to use those for capture dice just because they're so good. Alrighty. So continuing on, we are going to go and add some items. So we're going to go come back over here to my hunter, and we're going to go click here, just wherever. Okay, now you notice these things right here. These little arrows, that's places that you can put items in. So this is a thing I had a really hard time with. It took me a long time to figure out how it worked. So just easy thing at first, top of the thing, you can say items all. That'll just show you every item basically that you've seen or that you even haven't seen. You just click that and it'll show you the ones that you currently have. and collected, that'll just show you all the ones that you have ever gotten. So yeah, the one that you definitely, I think you're going to want to use is just the currently held. So of course, each different thing is going to be doing different types of effects. So say like this ring of topaz right here, and this is once again really important to the game. This is kind of what this is what will mostly change everything, including your dice. So as you can see, it says the water plus 5%, so plus 5% damage to any water guy. Because the ninja is just a normal attacker, as you can see, let's see right here, he would be considered like the sword. He wouldn't be getting anything from water, so you don't want to put water on him. Something like this one is pretty good, honestly, for almost any guy, because it'll affect their health and then whatever type of like element they are, except for forest. So you go over and you just choose whichever one, equip it. So this one will give this guy 10% health and 10% damage, and just because that's all he can really use, that's all it'll give him. So then we're going to come over here, click on the next slot, and click equip for the half attack pole. That's a like a joke right there. It's like, you know, apple attack. Yeah, well, yeah, these people are pretty punny sometimes. And then you got your full green apple. I'll add a bunch of health. And once again, there's just tons of different things you can use. So it just depends what you want, what you've got, and, you know, whatever. So now we're going to go back into a battle, and you'll see how much better this is. So we're going to come up into here, battle school, just do normal one. We're not going to do any of the items. We're just going to go right into the battle. Okay, so you see this guy has 15. Watch my dice. So I'll click on the normal dice, 3 attack, but you'll notice down here in the bottom right next to my items it says 5. That is because up in the top right of the screen you'll see it says damage times 175. That's from the attack pull, the golden ring, and the ace of hearts right there. So those increase his damage, which make it so, you know, he's going to do more damage, which makes sense. And so a 3 is worth 5 damage. And then that dice right there, as you can see, it says 5. It's actually doing 10 times 175%. You know, it probably be doing, I don't know, 17, 18 damage. So then you do it, gives you a bunch of coins, because for every damage that you do over the normal amount, you're going to get a lot more coins. There's a cap on it. You know, if you do 10,000 damage more than the guy has, and it's not going to give you 10,000 extra coins. If that happened, this game would be too easy. So as you can see, items and new dice are just incredibly useful. You have to have them to be able to do anything. It's a way to get better, and it just gives you a goal. I want this, I want this, I want this, and here we go, rare shard, let's go. So continuing on, you'll notice that sometimes when you get guys like the adventurer, he gets incredibly strong, and so he can get certain guys. And they'll do a whole lot of damage. I'll do a little thing right here. You guys will be seeing the poison all dice, which was shown earlier in the video. You'll be seeing the Chomper, which is the green dude, and he'll be doing tons of damage. Excuse me. And Hogley guy, also the same thing. They're all they're all really good. So there is something else that's pretty important to remember. So you'll notice, once again, these guys have elements. So say this guy, he's a forest. So the way that you can decide how much damage you're going to be doing does depend on just what element they are. So we'll come over here. We'll just go find a random guy. Okay, so aqueous snail, or I guess you could say water snail. So because it's water element, it's going to be doing more damage to certain guys. And I guess technically probably shouldn't have used the water guy, because actually, you know what? Here, let's run and go check real quick. Okay, we're just going to go do a random battle. This is pretty far up. I would never go and try to attack this guy with this stuff I have right now. Okay, so you notice these guys are water element, so I'm just going to hurry and skip through the hunters thing. Okay, so he's doing 3 damage, and you notice that his thing up in the top right says he's doing 200% damage. That's because he's water, The other guys are fire, water burns fire. Water destroys fire, obviously. Okay, so it's going to be doing twice as much damage. So instead of just 3, it's doing 6. That's really important to remember. So water destroys fire. Fire will destroy plant, and plant will destroy water. So it does more damage to water. First one does more damage to the second. Okay, so as you continue on, you notice here I have a bunch of buildings down here. You use these building materials, you find them in battle, or you can buy them right here for 500 things, for 500 coins, and you rebuild those buildings. Okay, and then also for another important part. So say that you're playing and you noticed before that I had too many monsters and it said DNA. Some about that, right? So what you want to do is you want to come into here, click on one of the monsters that you don't want anymore, click release, boop, wait a minute, release your monster, dun, 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 dun. Okay, and they give you rewards. You can get a lot of dice from those. They tend to give you dice shards for those. And other than that, that is, I believe, pretty much the entire game in a quick nutshell. You've also got these other things. Kingdom of Courage, you just make a little account and then you can play against other real people. On the game, you don't play live. It just takes their guy and then whatever guys they have equipped, they'll play against you. And so, yeah, it's pretty fun. You can get a whole lot of really good rewards from it. As you can see, I've gotten quite a few here, not as many as I'd like, and I stopped playing for a long time, honestly, and so I lost a whole lot of what I used to have. But just, it's whatever. We're good. And as you go play more and more, you start a nearby village, go to the Valley of Tombs. Once you get to the Caves of Hot Fire, you can go either to Forest of Trees or Aqueous Lakes of Water, and you can just switch between the two as much as you want. And once you do those, you get the Dark Tower. And so the Dark Tower, you enter it, and it'll give you these stickers. And honestly, I haven't done this too much either. And you get stickers, and once you get certain amounts, so say, let's see right here. So if I were to get these 5 stickers, then I think it would give you the choice of getting any of these other ones up here. And then if you get any of those other ones, then you can get any of the other ones, and you guys understand. So I can't remember exactly what it says that you get at the end, honestly. I don't really know, but I need to figure that out at some point. And other than that, yeah, that's pretty much the game. So once again, this game is a whole lot of fun. I've always enjoyed it, and honestly, it's just a great game. So if I were you guys, I would definitely play it, and I would love to see that, put down in the comments whether or not you guys have. And this is just a really great game, and it's a whole lot of fun. So I hope to see you guys have started playing it, or that this walkthrough helped, and we shall see you later. There's tons of different type of dice. You've got your normal attack dice, like the white one, double attack, that's another one, times 1 to 3, 1 times 1 to 2, over 2 at all times, to 6 times, there's all these different types of dice. Then you have health dice, which will give you health when you get whatever numbers on them, which are also pretty good, along with poison dice, which are also pretty great. Right here is times 3, times 1 to 5, times 1 to 4. So the way that this works is if it's attack, it's just normal 3 times attack. So whatever number it shows on the dice, you'll get 3 times as much. Times 1 to 4, 1 to 5, 1, 2, 3, etc. Whatever. Then it'll multiply these other dice by that much. And then still continuing on, certain guys have like special dice, like these ones, poison all.
Poison all dice are different from normal poison dice, where instead of just affecting one monster on the other team, they affect all of them. And then you also have your heal all dice, which will affect all the members on your team, instead of just the one guy who has it. And then we have capture dice. So this is what the screen looks like that you will find this capture dice on. You won't have that many, but it's been a while. So you use capture dice when you are subduing monsters. So not all monsters, you can just get the exact amount of life, as I said before in the video. A lot of them, you'll find that they actually have a second part. So you subdue them, and then as you see, boom, a bunch of dice pop up, and you're like, what the heck? So what these dice do is it shows you how much strength they have, and I think it counts 4 for every dice that they have, and then you use your dice, and you have to get the same amount or more. If you do that, then you get a capture them. If you don't, then it just kind of sucks. So this is also one of the places that you'll find that rarity of the monsters, whether it's the rare and the normal version, where it matters. So as you saw in the last one, the Mascus dude, all his name was just Mascus. But this one right here is called a Super Mascus, and it's more of a bluish gray color. So that's one way to identify what it is. And also they will have twice the amount of capture dice. So other than that, that's about it. Thank you all for joining me. I hope that this video was helpful, and I hope you have a great day. See you later.